Now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 10. I'm Griffin Stroin. A new vaccine warning. The FDA announced Thursday the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will only be available to people 18 and older and those who cannot access other vaccines or shouldn't get them. The FDA is making the change after finding there is a risk of a rare and dangerous clotting condition that could appear shortly after vaccination. Despite that, though, the FDA says the benefits still outweigh the risk for some people. Gloria Pazmino explains in this story.
The Food and Drug Administration announced it's limiting the emergency use authorization of the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine. The FDA said the change is due to the risk of a rare but dangerous clotting condition known as TTS.
TTS stands for thrombosis with thrombocytopenia, which translates to clotting with low blood platelets. What we noticed about a year ago was that a relatively small number of people were developing unusual clots or clots in unusual places, like the brain, often a week to 2 weeks after getting the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
Only people 18 and older who cannot access other vaccines, are allergic to them, or those who would refuse to get vaccinated otherwise will be able to receive the Johnson & Johnson shot. Despite the new limitations, officials say the risk is extremely low.
We're talking about 1 in 2 million people ended up having a really horrible outcome. Again, 3 in a million getting any kind of a side effect on this, on terms of that TTS that we're tracking closely. So it's extremely rare.
Side effects typically show up 1 to 3 weeks after vaccination. Officials stressed those who have yet to be vaccinated against the virus have good alternatives.
The bottom line is there are other options. We have Moderna and Pfizer, both of which don't have this rare side effect.
I'm Gloria Pazmino reporting.
Conrad, I don't know about you, but I was driving today with the windows down, blaring music. It is beautiful outside.
It was beautiful out there. Same here. I was driving down, my windows rolled down, my short sleeve shirts. I actually haven't brought in a jacket today, and it's been a long time since that hasn't happened because it was a very long winter out here. But today we had a little bit of cloud cover, more thicker clouds just south of us, as pretty much a lower Wisconsin, Chicago area had a little bit of rain associated with this low pressure system. But this is finally moving on out of here, and it is in the northeast. But there's another storm that will possibly be causing some havoc, especially in Minnesota. But here in Wisconsin, northern Wisconsin, we will possibly get a slight chance of a rain shower or two on Mother's Day. I know it's Mother's Day, a big day, but maybe later on in the day, once the bigger, thicker clouds start to roll on in, we might get a shower or two. But temperatures are still going to be warm, and they were really warm out there today. Pretty much 60s and 70s all across the region, well above average. But temperatures tonight will continue to drop into the mid-30s. Griffin?
Thank you, Conrad. Fishing season opens up tomorrow, and while many fishermen are anxious to get out on the water, one group of fishermen is actually adding to the walleye population in the area. Walleyes for Tomorrow gets out every year before the season open to help the fish in reproduction process. Kurt Justice, owner of Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua, is a member of the club, and this club harvests both the females' eggs and the males' milk to help them reproduce.
Once the eggs and the milk are put together, we stir them gently to get them mixed up, and we stir them again with this clay, and then we have to drain them off. So there's a bunch of jobs.
Here at the Minocqua chain, they have 6 members plus their families to help. Part of the process involves placing them in a makeshift incubator of sorts. There the groups wait until the walleye hatch.
And they'll float around in those jars for the next 3 weeks. And then when they start to hatch, very critical time, we'll get them moved into these bigger tanks where they will sit with their little egg sacs for about 3 days until they're ready to be released out into the lake.
The process is just one of the many projects they work on to counteract the fishing. They represent the Headwaters chapter of the club, which includes their team and another team. The other team is in Manitowoc Waters, are doing the same project to help walleyes in the chain of lakes. 4 people are dead after a house fire in rural Monroe County Thursday night. These pictures were provided by the Sparta Area Fire District. When firefighters arrived Thursday night, the home was completely engulfed in flames. One person ran from the house and was able to call 911. The others, though, unfortunately, were inside and trapped upstairs with no way out of the home. Firefighters say when they arrived on the scene, the heat of the fire and the smoke and flames were too intense for them to enter. Crews were able to extinguish the fire, but by then the second floor had collapsed. At least 4 victims were found in the rubble in addition to several pets. The authorities have not released the names or ages of the victims, but they did confirm that the 4 were children. The cause of the fire is under investigation. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources reminds hunters that the application period for the 2022 elk hunt is open through May 31st. The DNR is planning the 5th elk hunt in the state history this fall. Wisconsin's northern elk herd population rose to 330 animals in 2021. Elk hunting season is open from October 15th through November 13th, and then in December from the 8th through the 16th. Only Wisconsin residents are eligible to receive an elk tag and hunt. Wisconsinites can purchase their elk license applications online through go through in person and visit a licensing agent. The application fee is $10 each, and you're limited to 1 per person. The cost of an elk hunting license for the winners of the drawing is $49. Winners will be notified by early June. Wisconsin residents can only draw 1 elk tag once in their lifetime. Wisconsin Public Service Foundation will once again give back to area communities and emergency personnel through the Rewarding Responders Grant. The foundation announced that they will once again offer a total of $50,000 in grants to first responder agencies throughout northern Wisconsin. The funds go to help purchase life-saving equipment and valuable training. Among the times purchased, though, last year's cycle was hazardous gas, detection meters, thermal imaging cameras, and a number of AED units. The United County Dive Team was among the recipients, and they received funds to purchase insulated dry suits. The Rewarding Responders program dates back to 2014, and during that time, around 230 agencies have shared in more than $400,000. Starting this week, eligible departments can begin applying for the new cycle. Recipients will be announced this summer. Health officials are worried about more than 100 cases of severe and unexplained hepatitis in children. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has reported 109 cases in 25 states. So far, 5 kids have died and 14% needed liver transplants. All of them had to be hospitalized. It's still a mystery what is causing the disease, and investigators say there may not be a single cause. Hepatitis is just another word for swelling of the liver. Viruses, toxins, and autoimmune diseases are among a variety of things that can lead to it. One of those viruses is adenovirus, which researchers detected in more than 50% of the cases. However, in many of those instances, the virus was only detected in the blood and not in tissue as it would be expected. The Wildwood Wildlife Park Zoo was supposed to open last week, but due to the weather, they had to postpone it for this weekend. And that ended up working out for them because the weather is beautiful and it was worth the wait. Newswatch 12's Mohammed Abdul Kawi has the story.
With the spring weather finally arriving, it'll be a perfect time for families and friends to go see some animals.
So we are very excited. It's going to be very nice this weekend.
Kim Demazek is the education director for Wildwood Wildlife Park Zoo and Safari. Although she kept the new intervention a secret, she wasn't ready to spill the beans just yet.
We always have something new at the zoo. Every year we change it up. We try to get something new in for all the guests to see to keep them coming back year after year.
Finding your favorite animal shouldn't be a problem here. At Wildwood Wildlife Park Zoo and Safari, it's home to over 1,700 animals and 229 species.
So we have giraffes, penguins, flamingos, tigers, and then we have our drive-through safaris. We have a lot of African animals that are free roaming out there.
There is a countless number of opportunities to have fun with the animals. And while a trip to Wildwood is cheaper than Africa, it still provides opportunities to see animals from there.
There's lots of different animal experiences. You can hand feed goats, deer, or camel, audads, which we had 2 baby girls born yesterday that you can feed. You can go on our safari ride, which is a half-hour narrated ride with all of the African animals, like I said earlier.
And Kim says that going to the zoos this weekend will be a great way for families to have fun and have a good time.
Hopefully it'll be a good crowd and turnout for everybody, and the animals are excited to see everybody after a long winter.
Reporting in Minocqua, Mohammed Abdul Kawi, Newswatch 12.
The Grand Hotel opened their doors earlier this week as they expect a very busy summer. Coming up on Newswatch 12, we'll share with you what they plan on doing this year that's different than seasons past. We'll be right back.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Stone Innovations, Rhinelander and Plover.
Need a new boat or outboard? Then it's time to trade and upgrade with Honda Marine and American Marine and Motorsports, because we need your old boat. We need to buy fishing boats, pontoons, and speedboats. So trade in your old one and upgrade into a new boat today. Come check out more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Or we could help get you top dollar by selling your old boat on consignment. It's time to trade and upgrade with Honda Marine and American Marine and Motorsports, Shawano.
This is the purpose-built Ford F-150. It's a beast with brains. It's got, you know what? Skip this video. Go see one at your local Ford dealer.
Get here to know F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for yourself. Then get one your way with a custom order that receives priority, plus an extra $1,000 bonus cash and incentive protection, guaranteeing you the best offer now or at delivery, all on a Ford, built for you, by you. Order your F-150 to lock in a great offer, plus get an extra $1,000 retail order bonus cash.
The White Oak Grill at Chippewa Retreat Resort is open this spring, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Our casual menu has quick, delicious food made from scratch, no reservations needed. Come on in and sip your favorite libation and enjoy grass-fed steak and steak burgers from the Great Wisconsin Steak Company. For our menu and ordering carryout, text White Oak to 33733. White Oak Grill on Deer Park Road in Manitowish Waters on the eastern shore of Lake Manitowish.
Look at this beautiful kitchen transformation we did in Kimberly. Terry and Kelly contacted our kitchen tune-up team to make their kitchen dream come true. We not only elevated the look of their cabinetry, but we also added storage and functionality.
The kitchen tune-up team was excellent. We were amazed at the attention to detail and their communication.
We would highly recommend them.
We offer a variety of services to freshen up your space. For amazing results, call Kitchen Tune-Up today.
All right, welcome back, everyone. It's Friday. Happy Friday. It's beginning of the weekend and a great start for the weekend with temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s all across the area today. Besides closer to the lake where they had a little breeze right off the cool lake. But overall here in Rhinelander, we had highs today around 69 degrees. Also in Eagle River coming close to 69 degrees with Tomahawk. The big winner at 72 degrees. Our average this time of year, average high is supposed to be around 63 degrees with an average low of around 37. So we were finally above that today. But now temperatures have cooled off just a bit as we're back in the 40s and 50s. I know the sun went down, so now the temperatures are really starting to cool off out there, especially here in the Northwoods. But don't worry, folks. Finally, these warm temperatures are here and they will stick around. Look at the trend for next week. We have some 70s back in the forecast starting Tuesday, and then temperatures close to 80 degrees by the end of next week. So really nice and enjoyable weather. Finally, some consistent warm spring-like temperatures are back. And the winds are really calm out there. So even earlier in the day, we had some 60s. I was outside in a short sleeve shirt, driving down, my windows rolled down because it was very pleasant out there, especially with that calm wind in pretty much all locations blowing out of the south or southeast that is bringing those warmer temperatures we had today from Texas, to be honest, where they had temperatures earlier today in the 100-degree marks. Yeah, really warm conditions out there. But winds will be calm tomorrow, and then they'll actually start to pick up during the day on Sunday with a little bit cooler temperatures in the forecast with some thicker cloud cover and a chance of some rain showers back by Sunday afternoon. But today, not bad at all. We had a little bit of clouds just south of us. South of Wausau was those thicker clouds, but now they're finally starting to roll on out of here. They were associated with this low right here in the northeast right now. produced a little bit of rain in Chicago, Madison area, but overall it was south of us and out of our area. But like I said earlier, some chances of rain might be back Sunday night into the Monday morning time frame. Then by Monday night into Tuesday morning, some more chances of thunderstorms back by Tuesday. Then more chances are back by Thursday. So I know it's going to be a lot warmer, but that brings us some more chances of some isolated thunderstorms all throughout next week. But tonight, temperatures will drop back down in the mid to upper 30s with mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, back, beautiful day out there with back into the mid to upper 60s out there with the sun peeking out. But our big 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture Mattress does show really warm temperatures back by next week. Griffin?
Thank you, Conrad. One of Northern Michigan's most iconic hotels is welcoming guests for the season. This is the Grand Hotel's 136th season, and some guests arrived early Thursday night to Mackinac Island to have a full weekend of celebrating. This is the first year that the hotel has designated a theme, the Season of Discovery, and it was chosen to remind guests that there's always a new experience to have on the island.
The opening is just such a special day. You know, we have new employees that come here. I always say what we do is we don't sell rooms and food, we sell a summer memory, a summer experience. So when we open the hotel, it's like setting a stage. You put on your uniforms, you learn your lines, you get everything perfect for it, and then today the audience arrives, and if we do a good job, we sell memories.
The Grand Hotel will host a variety of events this summer, including a food and wine weekend and a 4th of July celebration. Scientists have discovered a massive groundwater system underneath the ice sheet that covers Antarctica. While researchers know about the 100 of interconnected lakes and rivers embedded in the ice, this is the first time such a large amount of liquid water has been found in the region. The team used sophisticated geophysical instruments to detect differences in electromagnetic energy conducted by various forms of water. And the system that they found is thought to have the consistency of a wet sponge. Scientists say the discovery will help them learn about how ice flows off of the continent and into the oceans. The Brewers are in Atlanta today taking on the Braves. We'll have those highlights from their game coming up next. You're watching Newswatch 12 at 10.
With Angus beef, melty Swiss, and bacon between toasted sourdough. Oh, yeah. The Frisco Angus Burger is for those who know an icon when they see one. Because flavor like this is always in style. Bite into the Frisco Angus Burger, part of the Frisco menu, only at Hardee's.
Lance Truck. Lance Truck. We got the trucks at Lance Truck.
Nobody has more used trucks all on one lot, all priced to move. So when you're ready to buy your next truck, know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenztruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move.
We got the trucks at Lance Truck.
Menards is your flooring headquarters. We have the flooring for any room in your home, from waterproof vinyl plank to durable laminate flooring and soft and luxurious carpet. All shop flooring is 11% off. Status indoor-outdoor carpet is great for decks, porches, and sunrooms. It's only 39 cents a square foot after sale price and 11% rebate. Get 11% off all flooring right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, you guys remember when we went on this trip?
Yeah. Remember, Daddy, when you helped that nice lady across the street?
Remember when you blew up those balloon animals for that little kid's birthday party?
That's how it's done.
Remember when you helped fix the neighbor's satellite dish?
Move to the right.
You think you can help people fight back against insurance companies?
Yes, I can.
With ham, melty cheese, and an egg on toasted sourdough. Oof. The recipe for standing out is keeping things simple, making this breakfast your most iconic meal of the day. Bite into the Frisco Breakfast Sandwich, part of the Frisco menu, only at Hardee's.
The Brewers embarked on a decent-sized road trip today. Their next 9 games will be played away from American Family Field, starting in Atlanta. Brewers got off to a pretty good start in this one, and who's hotter than this guy right now? Rowdy Tellez. He hits this one deep to center field. It's off the wall. 2 runs are going to score, and the Crew jump out to an early 2-0 lead. Game would go back and forth, though. Brewers are now tied at 2 apiece. This play here is for Lorenzo Cain. He beats out the double play to keep the inning alive and score a run. And then a few batters later, it's going to be Yelich, Christian Yelich. That's a hard hit grounder right to the second baseman. Can't make the play. All of a sudden, 2 runs are going to score on this play. The Brewers end up winning this game 6-3. A great start for them. Now, esports, organized competitive video gaming, has taken the world by storm. 5 years ago, the Wisconsin High School Esports Association was conceived with 7 schools competing in 1 game. Today, over 125 schools across the state compete in 4 unique games. The season will come to an end with a spring state championship held on May 14th at North Central Technical College in Wausau. This championship will feature 20 of the best schools from around the state competing in Rocket League and Smite, and will have 13 colleges from around the Midwest promoting their esports programs. This year, students are applying classroom knowledge in graphic design, broadcasting, and event organization through their internship program. If your child has the hopes of becoming an NBA player, the Bucks may have an opportunity for them. Milwaukee is getting ready to put on their summer basketball camp series for kids beginning on June 6th and running until August 25th. The camps are a mix of half and full day programs located throughout the state. The camps include instruction on ball handling, passing, shooting, and defensive and offensive concepts with 5-on-5 scrimmages led by talented professional coaches. Programs are designed to teach children of all skill levels the fundamentals of basketball in an engaging and positive experience. The Bucks, though, are also seeking some summer camp coaches. Tomorrow is the first day that anglers across the state can hit the lakes and try and catch some monsters. So what better way to celebrate than another installment of Chris Berenic's Big Ol' Fish?
Newswatch 12's Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Okay, what kind of fish only eats mice? Well, a catfish, obviously. All right, we're going to start off this week's Big Old Fish with Crystal. No last name given, like Prince or Cher. Anyway, she's from Minocqua, and she caught this absolutely gorgeous steelhead trout in Lower Michigan last fall on the Manistee River using a plastic bead. I'll tell you what, I'm no stranger to steelheads, and that is one big old fish. Way to go, Crystal. Keep on reeling them in. Next up on this week's Big Old Fish, we have Dory Slater from Gilman. Now, this absolutely healthy northern pike was the biggest fish that she's ever pulled through the ice, and it goes on to say that she had just a little bit of help from her husband and son. Well, that is a big old fish, Dory, so it makes sense that you might need a little bit of help getting that one in. Anyway, way to go. Keep on reeling them in. Finally, on this week's Big Old Fish, we have Steve Beckett from Conover. Now, Steve caught the biggest northern pike of his life on January 29th. And that's this fish right here on an area lake using a big sucker on a tip-up. Now, Steve had a little help from his friend Ryan Govic, who helped him pull the 39-inch fish through the ice. After the photo was taken, the fish was released to fight another day. Well, that's pretty awesome, Steve, and that is definitely one big old fish. Way to go. Keep on reeling them in. All right, fishermen and women, make sure to keep those trophy pictures coming. All the information you need to be in a future episode of Big Old Fish and win a Norling taxidermy fish mount is on our website, WJFW.com. And remember, anglers, fish on.
To all the anglers tomorrow. Prom season is in full swing, a night that high schoolers will remember for the rest of their lives, especially if you were named prom king or queen. We'll share one couple's journey to becoming royalty next.
It's easy to stick with what you know, but real progress starts with doing something different. Different isn't afraid to stand out. Different doesn't back down from an uphill battle. Different never stops pushing the limit of what's possible. Different is the beating heart of innovation. The Pro Series by Cub Cadet. Built different.
This ain't about the donor class with their name on trucks. Nor the establishment. Man, they failed us for decades. This is about the ones who work for a living. Just worry about safe streets and buying groceries. Warrior conservatives. This is about Kevin Nicholson, one of us. The Marine who never forgot how to fight. It's in his gut. Conservatives, rise up. We have a leader.
This is the purpose-built Ford F-150. It's a beast with brains. It's got, you know what? Skip this video. Go see one at your local Ford dealer.
Get here to know F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for yourself. Then get one your way with a custom order that receives priority, plus an extra $1,000 bonus cash and incentive protection, guaranteeing you the best offer now or at delivery, all on a Ford, built for you, by you. Order your F-150 to lock in a great offer, plus get an extra $1,000 retail order bonus cash.
My knee pain was to the point where I didn't want to walk. I couldn't sleep at night because it was so uncomfortable. I couldn't do the things that I loved anymore. I had not heard of laser therapy before coming here. The relief you felt when you walked out the front door was like, oh, okay, when do I get to go back again? Because the initial pain that I felt in the beginning is completely gone. It meant so much to know that someone else cared. And I can't thank them enough for giving me my life back.
Culver's couldn't have started anywhere but in Sauk City, Wisconsin. Still today, we are a family restaurant. Here, nearby farms grow the food we eat, smiles are contagious, and everyone is someone's neighbor. It's a place where our love of fresh food is as strong as our love for each other. It's a feeling of welcome you'll notice the moment you stop by. Because where we come from has made us who we are, and for that, we couldn't be more proud. Welcome to Delicious.
The students at Jefferson Forest High School in Bedford County, Virginia, are setting a standard of inclusivity. As Courtney Lockie shows you why their kind gesture is reaching people across the nation.
Prom is a night many high school students never forget. They get dressed up, eat a fancy dinner, take a limo ride to the ballroom, and dance the night away with friends. And of course, crown a king and queen.
A few students were like, Zane Wales for prom king, and Anna and Zane have been dating since middle school. So wherever Zane is, Anna's there too. So it's fitting for both of them to be prom king and queen.
Anna.
You love Anna. Taylor Perkins has new royalty in her classroom at Jefferson Forest High in Bedford County. She's Zane Wales and Anna Anderson's teacher and has been since the senior and junior got to high school.
They're such fun-loving, free-spirited people, and anybody's lucky to know them, and the school is lucky to have them.
The two, who love to groove, had no idea why they were being pulled from the dance floor at the Virginian. Students had secretly been planning to give the crown to Zane and Anna since February. And the moment had finally come. The king and queen are still celebrating.
They're just so sweet, and I hope that this reaches other schools and programs to be more inclusive as well.
Taylor says she's proud of the students at Jefferson High School who, without knowing it, went to school and taught us all a valuable lesson. In Bedford County, Courtney Lockie, 10 News working for you.
This portion of Newswatch 12 brought to you by NICOLET Law Accident and Injury Lawyers.
When you're a parent, you're always on the lookout for things that can harm your kids. Like, I thought I knew where to find tobacco products. Right here in the same spot the kids stop for candy and snacks. Turns out, this isn't the only place that tobacco is trying to blend in. Backpacks and hoodies with built-in e-cigarettes, vapes that look like makeup and smartwatches. Tobacco companies are keeping young people hooked with products that hide a dangerous nicotine addiction in plain sight. Tobacco is changing parents. We've got to keep up.
We've been through a lot in the last few years. We've been down, we've risen, we've hurt, we've healed. And through it all, we've not lost our courage or our hope. And while there's work to do, our governor is determined to do what's right for us. Tony Evers invested over $1 billion to help thousands of small businesses prevent layoffs and create jobs. To battle rising costs, our governor worked with Republicans and Democrats to pass middle-class income tax relief. Tony Evers fixed our roads, and our public schools are now in the top 10 in America. Today, Wisconsin has one of the lowest unemployment rates in our history, along with billions in budget surplus.
Folks, there's too much division in politics today. That's why I'm focused on bringing people together
to get the results that matter.
Tony Evers. He's doing the right thing for Wisconsin.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
At Big Valley Ford, we have a great selection of gently used trucks, SUVs, and cars, and we are ready to help you find the right vehicle to explore the North Woods. Big Valley Ford is passionate about every vehicle that enters our service center, and our team of technicians are here to help with all of your service needs. Whether you are looking for a new or used vehicle or need to get your current ride back on the road, stop into Big Valley Ford in Ewan, Michigan, and experience the Big Valley difference.
Well, Conrad, I think I should be shopping at Goodwill more often. This is an insane story. This marble bust here on the screen, some woman in Texas bought it for $35 at a Goodwill in San Antonio. But it has recently been found out that it is actually an ancient Roman bust that dates back years old. Experts determined that it's the 1st century of BC, and it was last seen in Germany. And museum experts believe that a soldier must have taken it and brought it back to the United States. The best thing I think I got from a Goodwill is a bunch of ties. I never got any ancient busts like that.
Yeah, that's a steal right there. And another steal is this weather we have this week. Check this out, folks. We finally have some 60s and 70s. I was driving down to my earlier today with short sleeve shirt. My windows rolled down. It was really pleasant out there with barely any cloud cover out there right now. And we barely had any cloud cover earlier, but more clouds will be rolling in for Mother's Day with chances of rain by Sunday night. But then 70s, even 80s are back by next week.
We cannot complain. That is for sure. Thank you for watching Newswatch 12 at 10. Have a good rest of your night.